Hey, everybody! That snip intro was courtesy of the nfa.crypto on Twitter and the notfinancialadvice.crypto on YouTube. For me, that was the best I've ever seen. Really, it represents the sweat and the tears of all the XRP community. Each person so unique with their own community, but making up the whole. I haven't stepped away from the crypto space. No, I was traveling. I went to Europe just for a few days and back. But even while I was gone, I was working and I have been just so busy. I'm working on a project that is probably going to go live, come out of stealth mode, if you will, in about 2 weeks. And it really addresses the fact that if you're frustrated that you're not a qualified investor, well, there is a collaborative sponsorship that is empowering the retail investor to qualify for those purchases of pre-IPO shares. And I'm going to have the details for you in just a few days. And no, you won't have to worry. I'm never going to say this isn't financial advice. While I was gone, I was so happy to see that Attorney James Filan put out this tweet that the SEC took no position on the motions to file amicus briefs by the Investors' Choice Advocates Network and Spend the Bits. As many of you know, I've been helping the Spend the Bits team for well over 2 years, and I'm just thrilled with Jay, and boy, did his team do an awesome job in getting a very valuable amicus brief together. This is, yes, I know the SEC is going to respond in its reply brief in support of the SEC's motion for summary judgment in mid-November. But have a look what Jeremy Hogan said. Alex Cobb figured that after 5 amicus briefs that the SEC just gave up objecting. You know, they got slammed down on the first 2 that came through. And Jeremy Hogan said, basically, that's correct. At some point, you are just wasting the judge's time and maybe pissing her off. Well, we'll have to see how it all shakes out. But boy, if you want to listen to someone who broke it down like nobody else did, Moon Lambo did a video that talks in detail and goes pretty much over the finer points of that amicus brief by Spend-A-Bits. It was very good. I'm planning on doing a 2-minute clip for Twitter on his video. I spoke to him and he gave me the thumbs up. It is just so good. And I think I want to try to capture all the highlights in a 2-minute clip and share with everyone. It'll probably have to wait till after the XLS20 goes live for the XRP ledger, which brings NFTs to the ecosystem. It's going to be a busy week, everyone. I do hope you caught the tweet that I put out yesterday that 3 days ago, DBS, the largest bank in Singapore and Southeast Asia, updated their customers for their offering of trading in 4 fiats: Singapore dollar, US dollar, Hong Kong dollar, and the Japanese yen, with the established, quote unquote, cryptocurrencies, namely Bitcoin, Ethereum, BCH, Polkadot, and XRP. This is a bank, everybody, trading the established cryptocurrencies. Yes, Singapore is a leader, and I did a very special video exclusive for Genfinity for that Lighthouse report, which comes out November 1st. There's a very important clip in that video that I prepared. It took place on August 29th. It is with the director of MAS, which is the Monetary Authority of Singapore. It's their regulator. And there was a very clear statement that there is a yes to digital asset innovation, but a no to crypto speculation. Let me give you a sneak preview of a short clip. In brief, MAS is very supportive of the utility, but seeks to discourage and possibly even restrict speculation in crypto. Have a listen.
So today we'll try to do a better job of explaining the ecosystem and its different components, and what MAS is actively promoting, what MAS is discouraging, and what are the risks MAS is seeking to manage. The cryptocurrency world is borderless. With just a mobile phone, Singaporeans have access to any number of crypto exchanges in the world and can buy or sell any number of cryptocurrencies. The most promising use cases of digital assets in financial services are in cross-border payment and settlement, trade finance, and pre- and post-trade capital market activities. But cryptocurrencies have taken a life of their own outside the distributed ledger. And this is the source of the crypto world's problems. Cryptocurrencies are actively traded, that's okay, and heavily speculated upon, that's not okay, with prices that have nothing to do with their underlying economic value related to their use on the distributed ledger. The extreme price volatility of cryptocurrencies rules them out as a viable form of money or investment asset. It is this speculation in cryptocurrencies that MAS strongly discourages and seeks to restrict.
You'll be able to watch that video in its entirety on the Lighthouse Report. It's free, and I'll put a link to it in the description below. And for what's going on up on the Hill in Washington, D.C., Eleanor Terrett tweeted out that the GOP leaders, Patrick McHenry and Representative Huizenga, sent a letter to Representative Maxine Waters demanding she convene a hearing with Gary Gensler in front of the Financial Committee next month. Now this tells me Gensler's in big trouble. And you won't believe it, but from the Wall Street Journal today, Democrats now, the Democratic senators are raising alarms too about Gensler. This is an article that broke, and it talks about his new rules are burdening business, and investor protection is just an afterthought. Well, the rate at which the staff is leaving is the highest in a decade, and a dozen of Democrat senators sent a letter asking him to slow down. This move fast and break things agenda is overwhelming staff. My opinion, he is out very soon. All right, everybody, we're jumping to the fluff. And as I had mentioned earlier in this video, I just got back from Europe. I should have had this suitcase. Yes, indeed. And it would have probably been able to carry more licorice home for me. That is the candy that I went for when I was in Denmark. I love licorice. It's very hard to find here in Japan. This is the new Kit Kat suitcase that is available in a limited edition, and I probably should think about getting a new one. The one I have been using has put on thousands upon thousands of miles for almost 20 years, and it's looking pretty tired. And another limited edition item is coming from a chain of hamburgers called Moss Burger here, and they are promoting this fried chicken leg warmer. Yes, it is being marketed for those people who are still working from home. And it's interesting that there are a lot of companies that have continued the 1 day a week telework from home, and they have found that the happiness rating among employees is higher than ever. So I have a feeling they're going to continue that. But this item, wow, I don't know. If you buy something on their menu for about $5, you enter to win the lottery to receive one of the limited edition fried chicken sleepers. And if you're not working, well, then sweet dreams. And I'll leave you with this beautiful evening photograph from Hoppo N. This is a traditional garden that you can find in Tokyo. It's in the heart of Shirokanadai. And you'll have a wonderful time if you go during a seasonal event like this. If you remember, Moonchaser and I went for cherry blossom season. And so maybe I should give her a call. It looks like it's looking pretty good for what's called Koyo, or red leaves season. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.